What is going on living in Middle Georgia? So sorry. I know this live is getting off about 10 minutes late. I had a family member pass away and I was on the phone trying to figure out some funeral stuff because they live out of state. It's super sad. Growing up, when people get older, it's just how it is. But I don't have my co-host here today, but today I'm going to be going over all things Warner Robins real estate. Going to go over the local area, pretty much everything when it comes down to Warner Robins. Typically, I'll create a YouTube on this type of thing. But the whole point of these lives is for people to be able to hop on, for us to be able to jam out together, ask questions, and ask me anything. Like I'm just a normal dude, normal guy at the end of the day. And I want to make sure that I'm answering your questions. And it can sometimes be intimidating to reach out to some dude that you're seeing on YouTube. And this is really the opportunity to do so. And as I grow the YouTube presence and all that kind of stuff, it's really my goal to make myself available. I want to be able to answer questions. I want to be able to help you where you are. I want you to be able to hop in here and we can really jam out on anything. The only thing is you have to, give me a little grace. This is, I think, this third time that I've ever gone live. I really need to take the time to learn YouTube lives and learn how to pop stuff up on the screen. Just being cheap. There's a bunch of programs out there that you can do that at the end of the day. Ask me any questions when it comes to Warner Robins. But at the end of the day, Warner Robins, it's a city located here in Middle Georgia. It's about 30 minutes south of Macon. We're at the dead middle of the state. And overall, it's really one of the hottest places to live and invest in. Now, when it comes down to Warner Robins, to be honest, it's kind of flat. It's a little bit of a city. There's 88,000 people within our county. But the nice thing is you can travel to the airport. It's about an hour and 30 minutes north. You can go to the beach like I did this last weekend. St. Simons is only 3.5 hours to the east of us. You can go up to Savannah if you want to travel a little bit further. You go south, way better beaches. Clearwater's 5 hours away, one of my favorite beaches of all time. And there's a lot of stuff going on. And also when it comes down to investors, super spicy on the investor side. I've bought in a bunch of courses. I've invested multiple 5 figures now. Getting close to, yeah. It's embarrassing, but I got to learn. When it comes down to real estate investing, it's where I'm going to be putting my money when it comes down to investing in real estate. And as I purchase properties and everything like that, I'm going to be purchasing local. I know this is the hot spot because of Warner Robins Air Force Base. And the name of the game, I'm going to be showing you every single thing that I learned throughout the process. This channel eventually will hopefully turn into investing in Middle Georgia. Who knows? And really, that's my passion. When it comes down to it, I've learned everything that I know pretty much about life from people who are where I want to be. And when it comes down to investing in real estate or investing in the stock market or investing in anything, what you need to understand is this: learn from people who are where you want to be and invest in things that you know. For example, I don't invest in the stock market. I don't invest in cryptocurrency. I don't invest in flipping cars because I don't know how to do that stuff. Now, if I take the time to learn, I will. But this billionaire, I didn't talk to him directly, but a guy that was getting coaching from this guy told me, it's like, Loop, don't ever put $1 into something that you don't know how to put the dollar in yourself. For example, don't give your money to some stockbroker to go and throw money in there if you don't know how to invest that dollar yourself. You can trust other people after, but you need to understand what's going on. That's why so many people become millionaires investing in real estate. But the thing is, you got to know what is going on. And that's really my goal when it comes down to it, to just be able to help everybody, especially within the living in Middle Georgia community, because I'm just so excited. I'm so thankful for you guys at the end of the day. Now, waiting for some questions to come in. I'll roll through. I got some talking points when it comes down to it. Like, for example, population growth since 2020 has increased by 8.5%. And really, it comes down to a few things: affordability of housing and jobs. So affordability of houses, for example, home prices in our local area continue to go up. Warner Robins average home price is $252,000. We're the most expensive city, tied between Kathleen and Bon Air. Really nice area, great school systems, is $330,000. Whereas California, for example, average home price right now, $746,000. Affordability here is absolutely phenomenal. So a lot of people are flooding over here to the local area, as well as the job market. Robins Air Force Base is the largest industrial complex here in the state of Georgia. It continues to grow. And at the end of the day, people are going to come here for the jobs. USAjobs.gov is a phenomenal place. to be able to, look for a job and everything like that. But the job market just continues to increase. So housing affordability over here in Middle Georgia and Warner Robins, in combination with the uh, the job market, housing, it's really what's going on. Um, Talking about why Warner Robins is booming, there's really a few things. First of all, population growth. Second of all, when it comes down to just the home median price, significantly lower than Macon or Atlanta. I mean, like I said before, $252,000 for a home is crazy, crazy. And year after year, ever since 2020, it's right around 6.5% year after year price appreciation, which is some really, really good numbers. And last but not least, the amenities here are strong, but the investments here are super strong as well. Population census in 2020 says that there's 80,000 people within, the area. However, we're at about 88,000 now. So in the last, 4 years, we've gotten about 8,000 more people. And then price per square foot here on average is about $120, compared to Atlanta being 220. So buy property in Atlanta, add another $100 per square foot. Also, give you a little pro tip. I need to figure out how to share my screen. I actually probably can. Yeah, let me share my screen. Let me figure this out. I can share. Let's see. Show you something here. Let's just go to Google Maps. If we go over here to Google Maps and we're going over the local area, don't sue me, but I'm going to show you something special about Warner Robins. You see how Warner Robins is right here? You got Centerville. Me personally, everything right here to me is Warner Robins. Even Centerville, it's pretty much the same thing. I know the city is called Centerville, but bear with me here for a second. There are some great neighborhoods. However, this is Watson Boulevard. This is Russell Parkway. This is Highway 96. This area, there are some nice neighborhoods. You sometimes have to be careful when it comes down to it. To kind of nitpick the neighborhoods, nitpick the school systems. That's something that you kind of have to figure out on your own. You can go to niche.com or USA Today has a lot of good stuff, but kind of nitpick until you get down to Highway 96. Highway 96 in South is really the really nice places. I actually used to live right over here back in the day. And south of Highway 96 is kind of a good rule of thumb if you want really nice housing, phenomenal school systems, and everything in between. And you can kind of see how this is all kind of city, kind of bunched together neighborhoods. And then you get to Highway 96 and you see all this greenery. You see some neighborhoods. However, at the end of the day, it's kind of more spaced out. You got Veterans High School. You got some really good churches out here. Center Point's growing like crazy. They have a phenomenal, phenomenal life group. There's like 40 life groups going on over there. Just really good school systems, really good stuff over there. So when it comes down to Warner Robins, I mean, you zoom in and there's a nice little neighborhood over here. If you want a 2-3 story home, when it comes down to it, like $500,000 homes, 3,000 square feet. There's some okay neighborhoods. I'm not going to be honest with you, not a lot of stuff, nothing I by myself. Some investment opportunities, but honestly, Warner Robins, you want to stick around this area, not trying to steer you away from anything. But then you can live wherever you want, just kind of giving you some good recommendations when it comes down to it. And also, you don't want to just think about Warner Robins. You got Bon Air, phenomenal area, phenomenal school systems. You got Kathleen, you got Perry, and then I live over here in Byron. On a sleep on those when it comes down to it. But I'm going to share my screen here in a second. I'll go over some of the, Zillow listings, what's going on, get into some juice. But when it comes down to neighborhoods, we'll talk about that here in a second. But I'd rather just show you the actual houses when it comes down to it in the first place. But when we're talking about talking points for the housing market, obviously it comes down to school systems. It comes down to amenities. It comes down to the neighborhood. It comes down to, the prime goods, at the end of the day. And south of 96, everything. You got good gyms. You got great grocery stores. You got great school systems. You really can't go wrong when it comes down to anything like that. And next, I want to talk about the economic engine of Robins Air Force Base. Okay, my notes over here, should have re-updated these. There's over 30,000 jobs at Robins Air Force Base. It's absolutely wild. A lot of military personnel, more contractors, more civilians than anything else at the end of the day when it comes down to it. and homes sell on average about 20% faster if they're near the base. The base is a nice little spot. When you're on the base and you rent homes in the local area, people have to move there. So when it comes to buying a home, it doesn't really matter the economy. I know that sounds crazy, and I'm not saying that it doesn't matter about economy, but at the end of the day, homes are going to sell and people are going to rent homes. And that is the nice thing about it when it comes down to it. And next, I just have, some market trends when it comes down to it. Average days on market from last year was 16 days. We bumped that sucker up to 27 days. Interest rates are a little bit higher. It's never been more unaffordable to live in America than ever before. So that's another issue that comes down to it. But average home price, $120 a square foot. New constructions, though, were increased about 15% for the year. With the change of office for presidency here coming pretty soon, a lot of people are trying to push a lot more new construction. The number one builder in the local area just got bought out. I don't know how it's going to be. Okay. I haven't heard the best of things from that company, but hey, maybe things have changed and they're going to come in here and they're going to make jam up homes. I'm not quite sure when it comes down to it, but year after year data supports about a 4.7% increase, while the national average is about a 2%. So we're over double the average home price appreciation year after year here in the local area. And it's high demand, especially for new construction. I'm in a new construction house. You get some phenomenal deals out here when it comes down to it. Warner Robins School District has a 8 out of 10 rating. There's so many different school systems here within the average. Crime rate's 20% lower than the average here in Georgia, and median home price, $242,000. Not a bad place to raise a family. Now, I'm probably going to get some hate in the comments once I post this, it goes live. A lot of people dog on the school systems here in the local area. Yeah, sure. If you grew up here and this is all you know, yeah, maybe the school systems aren't the best. But guess what? It's not Veterans High School. Veterans High School is a phenomenal high school. But House and County High School, they have like a 96% graduation rate, which going after the national average and the state average is above. Phenomenal school systems compared to the averages. I have a sister-in-law that works for the school board here. Not a bad area. Yeah, you can go to different areas and you get a little bit nicer school systems once you get into Bon Air and Kathleen and all that kind of stuff, like veterans, like I was telling you about. But at the end of the day, it's a phenomenal place to be able to raise a family, and school systems really aren't as bad as everybody makes it out to see. Go to niche.com, go to House and County, check out all the school systems on your own. I'm pretty sure you'll be pretty surprised on what you find. But really, at the end of the day, running through some key stats, 8.5% increase since 2020 with population growth. Median home price is $242,000. Average square foot, $120 a square foot compared to $220 over in Atlanta. Top neighborhoods right now: Tanglewood Estates, you get homes for $180,000. Statham's Landing, $340,000. Wellington Hills, $220,000. Robins Air Force Base is having a huge impact. My notes are telling me 28,000. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked those at 33,000. A lot more jobs coming. They added another wing. Average days on market, 27 days. Crime rate, 20% lower than the state average. And school district rating is an 8 out of 10. So long story short, Warner Robins is not a bad place. And if I can help you when it comes to buying, selling, investing, or relocating in real estate, I want to be that guy for you. Kind of weird. Never had nobody not show up for a YouTube live. I don't know if I clicked the wrong button or something like that, or maybe everybody's busy. But I don't really like talking to myself, so I'm probably going to hop off of here. But at the end of the day, if there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know.